Hey, it's me Alicia with AP Lazer, and today I'm going to be showing you how to engrave a large glass door using our SN4836 LR machine. We're going to go ahead and go into LightBurn here. I already have it pulled up and open and ready to go. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up to File here, and we're going to go to Import. We're going to find our artwork. This could be any design that you'd like. I already have my artwork ready to go. Just something that was drawn up and ready beforehand. I'm going to go ahead and click our design. Mine is just door design here. Go ahead and hit open. Wait for that to load in, and here's our artwork ready to go. Now I do need to resize this before we get started. This is only 12 inches by 12 inches, which obviously isn't going to cover the door. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and size this all the way up to my door height, which is 80 inches. So that obviously made a dramatic difference. To kind of see things a little clearer, I'm going to go ahead and select my artwork here, and we're just going to do an image trace. Now this is super detailed, so it might take a little bit to load here. You can see all these pink lines is where it's tracing over. I think it looks good there. I'm also going to go ahead and hit delete image after trace, since I know that I don't need that. We'll go ahead and hit OK and wait for that to load in. And there is our finished vectorized artwork. Now I'm going to go ahead and change this down here. I have my engraving settings set to blue here. You can leave it on black and just change it towards the end. That's just how I have things set up. And then what we're going to do is, we have our artwork here, but we still need to size it to the dimensions of the door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a box here that is the size of the door. And I know the width of our door is 30 inches by 80 inches. Go ahead and lock that up, and we're going to change that down here to a tool layer. So that's just going to be the bounding box of how big our door is. We're going to go ahead and select everything on the screen here, and we're going to hit that center. So now everything's centered on there. You can see where our design lies within that bounding box. It cuts some things off where I don't really want it to, so what I'm going to do is just take that design, and I'm just going to kind of move things over in the bounding box to where I want them to be. You can play with this however you want, go back and change your design if you need to. I think that looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and select everything again, and we're going to go over here to the Boolean settings on the side, and we're just going to want this bottom one down here. We're going to go ahead and hit click there. And again, because this is such a detailed design, it's going to take some time. Time will vary depending on, how good your computer is and how detailed your design is. So once we have it all sectioned off there, you can see this is what it's going to look like on the door. This is going to be the final layout there. If you kind of want to see, the exact preview, and sometimes there's some missing parts here, you can just go ahead and hit show me and delete those. You don't really need them. If you can go to the preview here, you can see what things are going to look like in the end. And I think that looks pretty great. Go ahead and exit out of there. Now, because this is going over the size of our bed, we are going to need to section this off into different parts so that we can stitch it together and run it under our machine. That is one of the perks of the open architecture, is we can run things that are larger than the bed. So if we go down here, I'm going to make another box. And we're going to keep that as a tool layer. And I'm going to size this to be 30 inches wide, just the width of the door. And I'm going to do a third of the size of the door, which isn't a very clean number, so I'm sorry about that. 80 doesn't divide well into thirds. So it's going to be 26.67 for mine. Go ahead and lock that up. And then we're going to go take this box, take our design, we can hit center, and align to the bottom, and then we have that nice in place there. We're going to go ahead and copy that box, paste it, select the design, hit center. You see how that lines up perfectly there. And then we need one more for the top, so go ahead and paste another box on there, click our design, do center, and align top. So then everything lines up nicely on there for us. And then we can begin to section this into the thirds that we need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my design, I'm going to copy this, I'm going to paste it 2 times so we have 3 designs total. So here's one, and then we can line that up so it's centered with our original design. And then one more time, paste that, and then click our design again, center, and now we have those 3 designs on there. And here's why we need to have those, because we're going to cut this up now. We're going to take one of the designs here, click on that, and then we're going to click on our bottom bounding box, and then we're going to go over to the boolean, and the same thing as we did before, this bottom one here, go ahead and click, wait for that to load, and then we have that bottom section there ready to go. You can see it cut out the box, and you can see exactly how that lined everything up there. So now we're going to go ahead and do that for the middle section. So again, just click your design, click that bounding box, and then hit that boolean and wait for it to load. All right, and then one more time for the top here, click your design, click that bounding box and boolean. All right, and once that loads, we can see we have everything split up here. So here's the top piece, here's the middle piece, and here's the bottom piece. We have everything ready, so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure our settings are correct over here. My mode should be set to fill, and we're going to change our speed and power. I have this set all ready to go. You can do your test and find what works best for you. What we have found for our 100 watt systems is a speed of 28 and a max min power of 33 works perfectly. We do want to make sure we're just going to delete these temporarily so that we're just running this one section at a time, and then you go ahead and press send and you're ready to go.